Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have to take this financial report at this point, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and take forward and let that happen, and we'll let our refits finish up. I think we can probably get away with allowing everything to finish here, right? Maybe. Let's just continue here. The accidental smugglers, huh? We'll keep the bonus supplies. We gained 3 AC5 ammo. That'll probably be useful. Fantastic. Okay, so our mech warriors are currently back, and our Centurion is now done. Fantastic. We are ready to deploy, and our improved power conduits won't be done for 7 more days. We are still currently profitable, which is slightly shocking. We usually start dipping into our seed fund pretty early on, but for now, let's go ahead and give our mech warriors some promotions, if there are any available. And yeah, Hacker can take a point of guts, that is fine. LaFay can take a point of piloting, sure. Overhead can take a point of tactics, okay, that's great. Scrub can as well, and Wildfire can't do anything. That's not a shock, we haven't been deploying her. Let's see what's available for contracts, shall we? There's some pretty simple Comstar stuff available. I actually kind of want more difficult Comstar stuff. This might be a good option for us. This is a defend base. Okay. I mean, we might lose our bonus, but let's give it a go. Sometimes defend bases are tough, sometimes they aren't. This is a double priority salvage. I think we'll take it. And we're not going to be bringing the stiletto, I don't think. The stiletto is underweight, but that is expected. I think we actually will bring the stiletto in place of perhaps the... Well, I do want to have the javelin, actually, as well. Maybe in place of the raven. We bring the stiletto as kind of our preferred, and then instead of LaFay, we bring... Who is it? Yeah, it was Boot Camp who had the stiletto affinities. Let's do this. Yes, I'm aware that it has unused tonnage. It's like 0.1 tons that we can't do anything about. It's not a problem. So this is a Highlands defend base mission. That's interesting. I wonder if we're going to have any allies, and I wonder if we're going to have any turrets, and I wonder how many Op4s we're going to be against. Sometimes it can get pretty rough if the answer to that is 0, 0, and 4. That can always be exciting, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. We'll see, but we have a lot of missile weaponry, and those are in vehicles and mechs that are fully capable of getting into backstab, so I think it'll be fine. We need to defend the Comstar mech repair base. We operate a battle mech repair facility on Outreach. This base is critical to our mech operations in the system, and we believe that pirate forces are planning an assault. We'd like you to protect the facility, and if an attack comes, hold off the assault until our forces can arrive and relieve you. They're putting us between the hammer and the anvil, Commander. The mech repair facility is a juicy target. Indeed it is.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, looks like we've got turrets. We'll have allies. Hostiles are over here. Sounds good to me. Point defenses are offline. Friendly convoy is over here. Sure. This seems super doable. I would like to deploy somewhere like over here. I think this is fine. Okay, so we see a full lance out here. They do have an ECM, and that is on this guy. And we don't really know too much about them. We're going to reserve for now until they start to move. Okay, this guy moves up, fires on the mash truck. Sure, these guys are just going to book it for the extract point. We don't need to worry too much about them. I'm expecting that we're going to have additional enemies coming in from... Actually, none of these locations are particularly good for additional enemies to come in from. Maybe over here? Interesting. The Vanguard is definitely going to need to be engaged, and we don't get LOS over here. I would have expected LOS off of this ridge. We'll let them advance. And we'll see if we can get a LOS over here. Like, maybe we move our vehicle down over this way. Yeah, the Scimitar, I'm going to move the Scimitar over here as a scout.
Heading out.
Okay, so we see a Flea, a Wasp, and a Commando. Sure. I mean, these aren't great hit odds. In fact, we'll fire on the Wasp. A little bit of damage there, and on a Wasp, a little bit of damage goes a long ways. The MASH truck almost makes it up to the extract point. That's great. The Centurion is going to position up here, and I would love to hit one of these guys with the AC-10. The odds on that are incredibly, vanishingly low. We'll just focus in on the Wasp for now. Yeah, I'm not shocked by this.
Damn it, I missed.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Our Javelin is going to sprint in over this way. I do want to find that ECM mech. I don't know where he's sitting. But wherever he is, he's hurting our hit odds pretty bad. There's no doubt about that.
That's a miss.
Okay. MASH truck moves up, doesn't quite make it in. That is fine. The Stiletto will move up over here onto the ridge. 21.7? Yeah, we absolutely... Well, that's our rockets, though. I'm actually going to hold off on the rockets. 10 damage. That Wasp feels 10 damage, so that's fine. The Vulcan is going to make its way over this way and try to engage these guys a bit more directly. And we'll also fire on the Wasp, but our hit odds are bad. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's fine. We know they have an ECM mech that we don't currently see.
How can I help?
Okay, the Vulcan is going to close in over here. And now we see their ECM mech. It's that Cronus. Okay. What are hit odds on him? Mediocre. I would much rather take out this fleet if possible. 21.7, 29.8 on the Wasp. Okay.
Everything I've got.
A little bit of damage there. The autocannons missed. The Flea is booking it up this way, and that's completely fine. We're going to engage the Flea with our Stiletto. I expected the Stiletto to be slightly faster than this, actually. That's fine. We're going to move the Stiletto over to here. Do we need to sprint to go there? We do. That's fine. We'll position there. And what are our hit odds on that Cronus? 12.5. Not worth it. We're just going to fire the SRM-6. I'm not shocked by this. Not shocked in the slightest. I thought that there was a connection over here. I didn't see this chasm, so it's fine. We're going to move over this way with the Centurion and engage the Flea. Hit odds on that AC-20 are 42%. If we hit, that Flea will feel it.
Okay.
We didn't, though. Okay. That's fine. The Wasp will now move forward, but the Scimitar is in a good position to attack the Cronus, and I'm happy about this. Stray-shotting with missiles on our Stiletto, huh?
No sweat. I got this.
That's rude. Okay, turrets are now online. Fantastic. Commando moves over. Doesn't really do anything.
Yes, come on.
Our Javelin is going to head over this direction. Hit odds on the Cronus are going to be pretty bad, but we'll take them. Okay. We'll take one hit there. That's completely fine by me. Like I said, I knew the hit odds would be bad. The Cronus moves up and melees our Vulcan. It does miss. Which is a pretty big deal for us. I'm very, very happy about that, actually.
Yes, Commander.
Our Scimitar is going to position in the rear arc of the Cronus. I want to back off ever so slightly, though, for ideal hit odds on the LRM. I should have stayed closer for the SRM. Sad.
Give them everything I've got.
That's some internal damage there, though. We'll take it. The MASH truck fires on that Flea and does a whole lot of nothing. Sure. We have to assume there's other mechs going to be spawning pretty soon. We're going to move the Javelin over this way. It's not useful in its current location. And phase 17 is the Wasp and probably the Commando? Yes. The Commando didn't fire there. That was an interesting choice. That gives us a rear arc kick on the Cronus. We did miss the kick, which is very sad.
away
We still got a little bit of internal damage there, and we'll take that. The Wasp moves up. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah?
Okay. The Centurion is going to come in over here, and I don't think we even need to do a rear arc attack on the flea. I think we just block him as best we can.
Confirmed.
We did miss the kick, which is sad. I was hoping for that hit to get unsteady. However, we did hit with the AC-20 there, and that flea,
How'd that taste?
not feeling so good. The flea backs off, and melee attacks the Vulcan. It does hit it, but it barely does any damage because it's a flea. Okay. That's fine. No real concerns there.
Barely a scratch.
Okay.
Commander,
Our Stiletto is going to move over to here.
move order received.
And I think we continue hitting that flea. Do we fire the Rocket 20 on the Cronus, actually? Better hit odds actually on that Wasp. But I think we still hold it. We've only got the one shot after all.
Firing on target.
8 damage into that flea, that'll do. The mass truck moves up, doesn't do anything. Cronus backs off. Fires on the Centurion, only gets a couple of laser hits there, and misses with the PPC. We'll accept that. Mass truck moves over, doesn't do anything. Sure.
What's up, boss?
The Scimitar is just going to move into point blank on that Cronus. It is the Cronus running the ECM, so we're going to move into point blank and look for ideally the kill, but I doubt it'll happen. Some big internal damage there. Yeah, we're not surprised that there's more dropping in. What I am surprised about is that they're dropping exactly on the base. Oh my. That is very rude. That is very rude indeed.
How's it going?
I'm going to send the Javelin to respond to that. I doubt we're going to get too much in here. But we can fire on that Ripper, see what we get.
Roger that.
3 hits on it, structure exposure, we'll take it. Okay, that Commando is way out there.
Talk to me.
The Vulcan is going to come in and melee attack the Cronus' rear arc again. We'll have to punch it, but that's fine.
Roger. To hell with the weapons.
Actually, that was more of a headbutt. And then we missed the laser. Okay. Well, that Cronus is not going to do so well. It's definitely hurting. The Wasp moves up, and there's a Mockingbird out there, and okay, so there's actually 2 Lances that were dropped in. Good to know.
Good to go.
No, good to know. Okay, we're going to move up over here, and I think the Stiletto is going to move here and look for the kill on the flea. Or we did hit the Cronus. Actually, let's kill that Cronus. I want to not deal with that ECM anymore. This should kill it. And indeed it did. Wonderful.
Hostile removed.
Now you're out of rockets,
I am
but
out of SRM.
that's fine. The Commando moves up. Fires on what? Nothing.
What do you need?
Okay, we're going to move up, melee attack this Wasp with our Centurion.
Understood.
Boop.
Targeting for physical
That's a leg
attack.
destruction. Huge. And we hit with the AC-20.
Oh.
Well, let's see what happens here. Okay, he actually dies from the fall down. Perfect. Striker moves up.
Good to go.
Our Scimitar is going to move in over here, and I think go for the... Well, actually, maybe we engage this. We can't actually make it all the way over. Let's just clean these guys up. Maybe go for the Commando rear arc here.
Acknowledged.
35.7. It's not great. Let's do it, though.
Target for outright.
Yeah, not fantastic hit odds there.
I think
But it'll
I
do.
have
We'll clean these guys up nice and quick. The Pirate Striker attacks that building. Building is still up, so we still have our bonus there. Okay, the mass truck moves, does not fire. They killed the light quad gun there, which apparently had no armor. Interesting. And then the ferret moves over there, sure. Scorpion firing on that same building. It's definitely rude that they dropped literally on the base. Okay, a little bit of damage to that ferret, not too much. Now it's time for the missiles.
No retreat.
Okay. Phase 21. That is the Ripper. And it doesn't fire. Phase 19, the second Ripper. It moves up, it fires on the mash truck. I'm okay with this.
Receiving you.
Our Javelin is going to move up and engage, I think, this Ripper. Or maybe we come over here and engage these guys. No, I think I'm going to go for this Ripper.
Acknowledged.
And that's only a 20% hit chance, but we'll take it.
Target. Alpha strike.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, the Commando moves up. Doesn't do anything.
Yes, Commander.
The Stiletto is going to come over here and melee the Commando in its back arc with the legendary Stiletto rear arc attack. Melee attack, that is.
Engaging.
I mean, we did hit the melee. And we did take out a torso as well.
Solid connection on that one.
Not too bad.
How can I help?
The Vulcan is going to move over this way and engage
Roger
that
that.
flea. Go ahead and fire that Ultra AC-5 into its rear arc. If you hit, you will win.
Affirmative.
There we go.
Battle mech down.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Centurion is absolutely going to turn around and look to engage over here. I think we fire the AC-20 LRM-10 combo on the Ripper. We probably don't hit, but we give it a go.
Let her rip.
Okay, a couple points of damage there, but not with the AC-20. That's fine. The Mockingbird back there, that's completely okay. They're firing on this turret again. I think that's a turret anyway. Yeah, that's a light command bunker. Okay, the ferret moves back a little bit. Mash truck moves up, doesn't do anything. I believe these don't have any weapons left. That was a lot of damage to that building.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, our Scimitar is definitely going to look to finish off this Commando.
Taking shots.
That was a lot of damage to the Commando, but it's still up. That building is still up too for now. Mash truck's not doing anything. Striker firing on that same building. That's probably the building going down, right? Not quite yet. We do still have that bonus for now. For now. Just doing a tiny amount of damage to that. I mean, yeah, shoot down that Ripper. That's ideal. They have a phase 1 mover? Is that their Commando? That might be the Commando. Yeah, that's the Commando. And that is this going off. Doing some damage to that ferret. Sure.
Talk to me.
So our Vulcan is going to look to finish the Commando here.
On my way.
This should do the trick. Okay, we missed the melee attack, which is sad.
That's a clean miss.
But we did manage to take it out. Perfect. Now, our other mechs over here are definitely going to start responding to these guys. I do want to eliminate this Ripper, if we can. And indeed we can. Fantastic.
Reporting one less vehicle.
Next up, our Stiletto is going to sprint its way up here. It can't make it
Alright,
into
let's see what
LOS,
this
but
thing
that's
can
fine.
do.
Phase 16. Do they take down that building? Probably. Actually, they go for the command bunker. I'll allow it.
Got something.
Okay, our Scimitar is going to head up here as much as it can, which is actually up to here. And we can fire those LRMs. Do we have non-deadfire LRMs in this? Yes, we do. And we may be able to shoot down this Ripper.
Locked on.
And indeed we do.
One
Perfect.
scrappy.
So that's their air assets down. They have a commando, a striker, and a mockingbird. That building is probably gone, which means our bonus is. But that's okay.
Yeah?
It's not the end of the world if that is indeed the case. I'm going to sprint the Senshi up over here.
Copy that.
And we'll just take a look at what is available. The mockingbird hit odds there are not great. But they're actually our best hit odds. So we'll give it a go.
All weapons.
Yeah. I'm not shocked by that. That's fine. Striker moves up, goes for the mash truck, actually. Interesting choice. Not what I would have done there. I would have targeted the building. And going for the javelin? Sure, I accept that too.
Reporting minimal damage.
Okay, allied turn, the mash truck moves up, doesn't do anything. They've got another Scorpion over here. They do take down this building, I think. Actually, it's just standing. It is just standing. The striker is still going to move, though. Yep, there it goes. And there goes our bonus. But honestly, it was probably forfeit when they dropped immediately on the base. That was very rude of them. They're attacking the command bunker. Sure, they can do that. We don't mind this. The command bunker goes for the ferret, does a tiny amount of damage to it. And then they go for that Scorpion. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of splash damage there.
Commander.
And our Javelin is going to come over this way, and actually that Mockingbird is an air asset. So we could go after it. We're going to position here and see what our hit odds are like. 14, 24, 27. Yeah, we'll go for the Mockingbird. Not much damage to it there. I'm not shocked by this, though. Our Stiletto is going to come over here and attempt to engage these guys. We can't make it all the way, though. We'll position there instead.
I've got your back.
The Vulcan is going to attempt to sprint its way up the road. It's, of course, a little behind because it finished off the mech back there. Commando moves up. Does not fire.
What do you need?
The Centurion is going to position about right here.
Let's move.
I would love to fire on that striker. If we hit this with the AC-20, that would be amazing. But we didn't. We absolutely did not. Okay, phase 13. That's their Mockingbird. Goes for the Centurion. That's fine. We don't mind this. We don't mind this at all. This is going to be a mash truck not doing anything. Yep. Phase 11 is the Striker, which also goes for the Centurion. We're not strictly speaking okay with that. I would actually prefer that they attack buildings here, since we can lose another 2 buildings.
Receiving you.
However, the Scimitar is going to advance up over this way. And probably fire some standard LRMs at maybe this guy to trigger its AMS.
Roger that.
There we go. Excellent. And the command bunker is taking some damage, to be sure. Took out its ECM. That's fine. It is still up, and it does have weapons. That mash truck is irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Striker going for the building, this is preferential for us. Especially with it spreading the damage out like that. That's ideal. Going for the Mockingbird, that was a fair amount of armor damage there. And now we can move again. So we're going to attack the rear arc of this commando, for sure. Like from... Can we get behind it? Apparently we can't melee behind it. Okay. We're just going to walk in behind it then.
Yes, I'm there.
And we're going to hit it in its rear arc. This is not good hit odds, and I'm a little surprised by that. Into forest and no sensors. Okay. Fair enough.
Talk to me.
The Vulcan is going to position over here. And it's going to look to shoot down the Mockingbird.
Firing on the enemy.
That was a lot of armor damage there, but nothing internal. Sad. Okay, I think we're going to come in over here and go for the Striker rear arc. We would have to punch it. We can still fire the SRM and punch, though.
On my way.
Do it. We missed the melee attack, sadly,
Reporting negative.
and did a little bit of armor damage to its rear arc there. Okay, the commando moves up, fires on the javelin, does a little damage. And let's see what we can do with our Centurion here. I would love to move in here and melee attack the commando from the rear arc. Sadly, I don't think that's a thing that we can effectively do. What we can do is melee attack the striker from the rear arc. And we missed. That's not shocking. That's just how this mission is going. Okay. That's fine.
Negative damage.
Okay, the Mockingbird moves over, fires on the Javelin's rear arc. That's fine.
I'm taking heavy heat, Commander.
Yeah, you're okay.
Commander.
And the Scimitar is going to come over here at this point, I think. Or maybe over here. Yeah, I think we'll position over here and go for that Scorpion rear arc.
Moving fast.
Oh, I should have used Deadfire LRMs. I'm dumb. Oh well. The Mash Truck moves up, does nothing. It's just a waste of time. Scorpion fires on the Scimitar rear arc, doesn't actually hit it. Okay, we'll take that. Striker moves up, fires on the LRM turret with AoE. Okay, that's not very effective. They're attempting to finish off that command bunker, and I think they might... Yes, they do manage to kill it. That's fine. They can do that. It'd be very, very nice if we could hit some of these things. That would be very nice. Striker going for the rear arc of the Centurion actually gets the structure exposure.
Oh, they don't like me at all.
It's reasonably fine for now. Oh, now they drop mines? Thanks, Mash Truck. Thanks. Oh, that's helpful. That is very helpful. And by that I mean the other thing.
On my way.
It's not helpful in the slightest. We're gonna try to light up this commando in its rear arc. And we did some damage there, I suppose. That's fine. It is our Vulcan that moves next. The Vulcan's gonna close in and try to shoot down that Mockingbird.
Confirmed.
And that's a shot down Mockingbird. Good. That definitely needed to happen. The Centurion is also going to go for the commando. We're going to attempt to melee it in its rear arc. And this will likely kill the commando if we get some good hits. There we go. One dead commando. Perfect. And a lot of particles in the screen too. Wonderful.
How's it going?
Okay, the Stiletto is going to... Just wondering where the rear arc is on this thing. Yeah, this is okay. We'll go ahead and do this. They may attack our Stiletto rear arc. Ah, we missed the melee again. Sad.
Failed to connect.
We did hit with almost all of those SRMs, so that's good. Let's go ahead and move into the rear arc of these two, and we'll just go after whatever is the most likely to hit. And the answer there is, technically, they are exactly the same. So, Scorpion versus Striker, I will actually go for the Striker here. Okay. Mash Truck, putting down more mines that we really don't need. This is not helpful in the slightest. Please don't put down mines on my guys. Oh boy. Well, that happened. AC-20 ammo explosion. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at this point. It didn't... The reason why I wasn't actually too concerned about that was because that vehicle didn't have the damage to actually take out that torso. But we hadn't been in there yet and moved the AC-20 ammo. So that, you know, sucks. We ended up losing the full AC-20 because the stock variant is kind of dumb and stores the AC-20 ammo in the same place as the AC-20. For reasons.
Target locked on
Okay, well that's fine.
Standing by.
We needed to refit that thing anyway. We'll get in behind the striker. Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of mine damage.
On
There's
the move.
nothing we can do about that. The mash truck?
Negative damage.
Oh, seriously? We actually didn't attack because of instability? Or what happened there? I'm not sure what happened there.
Help.
Regardless, we're going to move up with the Vulcan.
I'm moving.
We're going to attack this striker, and probably, with the way this is going, stray shot our friend. But actually, we didn't. But man, we're getting some really bad rolls here.
I'm taking it hard out here, Commander.
I really wish that these guys didn't drop mines all over us. That would have helped tremendously. Okay, let's just walk up here. And actually, we can't melee this guy. Okay. So I guess we'll just walk over here, take a bunch of landmine damage,
I'm taking the shot.
and attempt to get in that front arc, but it's not going to happen. I really wish they had used these mines at a much different time. It would have been very, very nice. Okay, so as far as this goes, we can go for this Scorpion, this Striker. Actually, we should go for this Striker, I feel like. We just kind of can't move with all of these landmines everywhere. They stray shot their friend there, that's nice. This would be going much better if the mash trucks hadn't thrown landmines all over us. That is for sure. Yeah, that ferret needs to be dealt with. We kind of can't, though. There's landmines where we need to be. Okay. The Comstar reinforcements are here. Good enough. That was some really bad rolls a lot of times in a row, and that's okay. We still won, and all we lost on that was a torso for the Centurion. So, I mean, I don't know that we have an AC-20 that we can replace that with, but we also kind of don't need one. We can grab the Cronus part, that's fine. The medium pulse laser, that's pretty good. Ferrofibrous armor, I'm okay with that. Maybe a second ferrofibrous if there's nothing else good down here. These heat sinks are kind of fine, but we don't really need them as singleton priority salvage. Yeah, I think we'll do that, and we'll take... Oh, these are some crappy engine cores. Kind of bad salvage there, in all honesty. We can... Do we have any of these in stock? I doubt it. Yeah, no. We don't need this many FCS standards. We'll get rid of them. That'll help pay for the... That'll help pay for the Centurion. But it'll be interesting to see what we can actually put in there. I mean, what do we have for ballistic weaponry right now? Not much, right? So, I mean, we did need to refit that thing. The AC-20 ammo should not be in the torso. It was just there from stock. So, it's okay. We'll see what we want to replace that with. Ultimately, I don't really like standard AC-20s that much anyway. It's all your eggs in one basket, and I would prefer not to do that. So, I don't mind it, and let's just see. 214k? We still made a profit off of it. That's not bad. Let's hop into the mech bay and get the Centurion fixed, though. Properly fixed. Not what Yang calls fixed. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We definitely need to move around these LRM ammos. We'll position them, say, down here for now. And we need to max out this armor. I would like to toss in ferrofibrous armor. That'll be completely fine and save us a little bit. We could grab missile range, but ultimately we're going to need a ballistic weapon in here. We have no laser hardpoints. And we don't have a ballistic weapon. So that's a thing. I suppose one thing we could do is drop the LRM-10 and put in an LRM-20. I mean, it's not great. We can slot in the chaff countermeasures as well. And then just, like, toss in ammo. Some, like, follow the leader missiles and a ton of LRM ammo, just standard. I mean, I don't like this. This is not what we'd want to do, but we don't have any ballistic weapons. We have literally none right now. So this might end up being our best bet. Drop the ferrofibrous. We don't need the heat, or rather the armor space right now. The tonnage, that's the term I'm looking for. Maybe we upgrade the engine in this thing? Like a 230? Could do that. Heat efficiency isn't really a concern right now. We could slot in like a Guardian ECM. I mean, that's the thing we could theoretically do. Drop off a little bit of tonnage in these arms. Like that. I mean, it's not great. And we would definitely want to put in a ballistic weapon later on. But for right now, we'll do that. I don't like it, but we just don't have a ballistic weapon for that slot. Now, that's going to take a long time to get done, so we're going to have to deploy without it for a little bit. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll get our improved power conduits finished up and start our next upgrade. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time when hopefully we get a ballistic weapon for our Centurion. That would be nice!